So when are y'all gonna wake up and start acting like what you think you are?
What's up, guys? It's Ronnie with InvestorRonnie.com. Been missing you. Been a while since I've been able to do a video, but I have been updating my blog. Have still been producing that content on my blog on a daily, weekly basis to still provide you guys with that value and tips and different things in that nature that I've been learning and mistakes that I've been making or have made that you can take in for yourself and apply to your business as well. I didn't know exactly what I was going to talk about today, but that gave me an idea within itself. Which is also a question that been presented to me in the past was, hey Ronnie, how do you come up with content? What can I talk about if I'm just getting started, if I don't have any results, or like how exactly do I create daily content to really grow my foundation to provide that value within itself so that I can actually feel and actually start getting somewhere in my journey. So that is what I will be talking with you guys today. It is a pleasure to be back, and so we'll just hop right in. Just give me a second so I can pull this up for you. All right, so today what we're going to be talking about is 3 steps to creating daily content so that you can actually start building your foundation up, providing that value, and really building up your core, building that rapport, building that value-based foundation so that you actually are creating content and actually documenting you're pretty much documenting your journey so that you can have content, you have things to talk about, things to give to the marketplace, whether it's things that you're actually doing, something you've learned, a mistake you've made. That is all considered within your journey, which is also considered content as well. So first, what we want to go to is personal development. Personal development, this will be the first step, and what you will actually be doing is a lot of times a routine, something that I actually implement, and I know other marketers or other high earners, they implement is personal development. They wake up, they listen to an audio on personal development, maybe watch a video, a motivational video, which also implements in the video personal development, things that really help you grow as an individual so that you can actually become more valuable to the marketplace, that you learn, you self-educate yourself on who you are, who people are really, and what it is that value you can bring to them. And what you can do is, after you read your whether it's a book that you're reading or whether it's someone that you're following that is in the personal development industry, as far as like Jim Rohn, Grant Cardone, or Les Brown, Eric Thomas. Those people are primarily in personal development so that they can grow within themselves to be more valuable, not only to themselves but to the people that follow them. After you actually read your book, read your chapter, read your book or whatever, watch your personal development, you actually take I recommend take about 2 concepts that actually resonate with you, that you feel you could apply, and then take some notes along the way while you're actually watching the video or listening to the audio. Take some notes, and then what you do is, if you have a blog, you can create a blog post. If you do videos, or if you haven't done videos, I recommend that you actually start implementing the videos as well. Leverage the YouTube traffic, create a blog post, create a video on the concepts, and explain how they can be implemented in the other people's business or life, how they can be implemented, and how they could utilize those concepts or strategies as well. And that will be a piece of content. That is something you could actually do daily. You could post like a daily video on personal development, whether it be just self-education, learning, really growing as an individual, so that whether it's the way you think, that's a big thing. The way you think, the way you perceive life, the way you perceive circumstances, the way you perceive obstacles and things of that nature. Really changing your mindset in your business, in your life, so that you could actually scale. Because one thing they talk about, one thing that's talked about a lot is how you perceive things. If you're going into a business and you're just kind of like, it may work, it may not work, then 9 times out of 10, that's what you're gonna get. It may work, it may not work, because your mindset is geared towards it may not working, or it may work. You're not actually going in saying, I'm gonna make this work, or I'm gonna put all my efforts into what I like to call performance goals, which are things that you actually can control. There's 2 goals. There's outcome goals, and then there's performance goals. And outcome goals is the outcome that you will get at the end of whatever it is that you're working on. The outcome would be, I want to make $1,000 a month starting off. That's an outcome goal. I can't really control the outcome, but what I can do is control the actual performance and the activities that will need it to be implemented on, so that I can get to that $1,000 a month, which is a lot more likely for me to actually get to that outcome goal, or at least very close to it. So then again, that is something, another piece of content that you actually can implement on the daily basis, is maybe a blog post, or maybe a quote or something of that nature. Add your own little twist to it, or a video of something that actually gives value and helps people really change their mindset on the way that they're going about their day, going about their business, so that they actually feel like they're actually fulfilling their potential in their business and in their life. The second step I want to talk about is training videos. Now, a lot of you guys may be using a platform, maybe in a company, to where that is what you're promoting. That is what you actually are. That is your actual service that you're giving to prospects to help them, fix whatever problem they're having in their business. Now, within that platform or within that company that you're using, I'm sure there's training involved. And as well, there's other trainings that you could be taking, outside of your company. But I recommend not spreading yourself too thin and end up getting what they call analysis paralysis, because you're taking in too much information. But within that company, within that platform, or within that small circle of people that are actually in the trenches doing the work, that have training, you actually can take that training, watch that training, and then take like I said before, take about 2 concepts or strategies that stuck out to you, and that you actually will implement on. Take some notes while you're doing the training, so that you could jot down some bullet points and things of that nature. Then take that information, add your own little twist to it, create a blog post or a video, or even a live video, if that is what you do, of what you've learned. And then also Another piece of content could be you creating a video of you actually implementing the strategies that you have learned. And then another piece of content could be you creating a video of the results you may have obtained by implementing what you have learned in the training. And so there's always really content and really always something for you to talk about. It's really all boiled down to your journey, on the day-to-day basis. What actions are you taking to get towards your goal? And you really are just documenting that journey, which brings me to the last step, which is documenting your journey. Just on the daily basis, there's strategies you're using to connect with people. That it could be something, a video or a blog post or something that you actually record, or that you write or you post on what you're saying, what type of script that you may be using to engage and find out what prospects are struggling with in their business, so that you build that engagement, you build that rapport, you build that relationship, so that you're actually learning in the process. Because when you first get started, there's actually certain things that you could say that may actually just cut you off, and then they just automatically not interested. I wouldn't recommend just automatically opening up and saying, hey, would you like to check this information out? I recommend, like a lot of top earners recommend, building an actual relationship, building rapport, that know, like, and trust value. And first, like, for example, if you're prospecting on Facebook or whatever the case is, scan their profile, see a little bit about them before you actually connect with them, before you actually message them. See what things you guys may have in common. That could be something that you actually document as well. You just opening up a conversation live, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be recording a video of a conversation you had earlier today or yesterday, or whatever the case was. These calls just keep coming in. They're like scam likelies or something. I don't know. Another piece of content could be leads and conversions. That could be, if you got some leads, you could be documenting that. If you got some conversions, you could be documenting that. Even if you're just starting out and you don't have any conversions, say you don't have any results, you can leverage the leads, or you can leverage, if you're getting leads, you could use that. That could be something that you document. That could be content you create. As far as conversions, you could actually leverage the results of those within your company, or within your platform, that people, or success stories that people are actually, at the point where they're getting results because they've been in the platform, they've taken training, they've been implementing over a period of time. So you can actually leverage those stories to use as content as well. And that's really what it's boiled down to, is really documenting your journey. That is your content on the daily basis. If you are actually taking action and implementing on income producing activities, which will eventually get you to where you're trying to be, then you should always have something. You should always have content of some nature to actually document and actually produce on the daily basis, whether it's recording what you're actually doing on the daily basis, and then you get a lead, and then you produce content around what you did to get that lead, and then what you're doing to follow up with that lead. And then when it comes to follow up, you could actually produce content on that. I recommend, when doing follow up, not necessarily always put in that offer at the end of the message, but sometimes just providing some value, just sometimes telling a story of a mistake you made and how the system you use is starting to actually give you some insight or some results in your life. And leveraging, like I said, leveraging the success, or leveraging a success story of someone else in your particular industry, or in your particular company or platform that you are using, so that you can actually have something have some foundation behind you as a brand. So that's definitely what I wanted to come and talk to you guys about. This video may have been kind of short, but I hope you definitely found value within the period of time that we spent together. And you know, that's just what I want to leave you guys with. If you're just getting started out and you're not really sure on what content you could be using, what you could be talking about, just every day, every day you should be taking income producing activities to get towards your goal, to get towards where you want to be in your business. And all you're doing really is documenting that journey, documenting what you're doing on a daily basis, and leveraging other people's results that are in your company until you are actually able to produce some results. And then once you have the results, once you start producing leads and conversions, then you have your own results. And so you can then just use that within itself. And still, I still recommend, even after you get your own results, definitely still leverage the results and success stories of the others that are in your company or using the platform that you're using, because it's like people don't necessarily join businesses. People join people. So if they see a group or community of people, you know, helping each other out, working together, getting results, then that is more appealing and more of a know, like, and trust value than the business or the product itself. Because at the end of the day, the product, I believe, will sell itself. It's the person that actually brings the value, you know, and shows that they are genuinely in the business to help people solve their problems in their business or solve problems in their life. So that's what it really boils down to. So I'm glad you guys have taken the time to watch this video. Definitely, if you guys found some value in it, connect with me on Facebook at Ronnie Pollard. That link will be in the description below. The link will be in the description below. You could also connect with me on my blog at investwithronnie.com. Definitely would like to meet you guys, connect with you guys, continue to exchange ideas, provide some value, and really just, you know, take the journey with you, and really just, you know, scale this thing up so that we can start taking control of our own economy. You know, it's been a lot going on, you know, in the legislative, governmental aspect of life, you know, and it's really affecting a lot of families financially. So I definitely am on the journey as well to take control of my own finances, take control of my own economy, so that I could provide a better financial stability and future for not only my kids, but really generations to come. And you know, I don't know if you guys know my story, but you know, I've really have been looking at life itself, and you know, just really looking at just providing that value as me being as a person, providing that value, really trying to you know, be better as a person. You know, I feel like I owe it to, you know, I feel like I owe it to my mom more than anything. You know, she was always one to have me doing more than just the average, you know, doing more than just the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? She really was at a young age when she passed, and I just look at her life and I just be like, she always was, you know, making sure that I was doing more than just the bare minimum. And so I really just am ready, you know, I've been ready. I'm just ready to do more for not myself only. I'm ready to, you know, help people do more, help people fulfill their potential, help people and fathers and families like myself really just see the value that they hold as individuals. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe a lot of people see the value they have in this life that we've been blessed to live. And so, you know, if I can just encourage one extra person to, you know, take that step forward and take that leap of faith, it definitely touches me. It definitely touches me. So I'm glad you guys showed up. Thank you. Until next time, much faith to your success. It's Ronnie. Peace.